Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Vic from Trading Academy Group. As promised, I said I was going to go ahead and do a quick video on HIMS. Quick FYI, I just do a little bit of a technical analysis, not too focus on fundamentals when it comes to HIMS. I mean, as you can see, just the entire market in itself, right, is just been killing us, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at what do I expect from HIMS and hers for the upcoming, I'd say, weeks, right, if not months. Right now, I'm actually pretty happy to see that on the weekly time frame, right, it actually closed the way it did. I was still kind of somewhat expecting more of a move upward, and it has kind of moved up today. Yes, I was expecting a green day today. And even in the post market, even though I don't really focus too much on the pre and the post market, it has kind of make its way up. But we'll see how next week continues. Now, let's talk about what I've been noticing, right? Obviously, you see some trend lines on the chart, guys. I'm gonna be very honest. I really don't care too much for when it comes to trend lines. They work. Sometimes they work. Sometimes they don't. Right? Just like technicals, just like fundamentals, just with everything else. Here we have, right, HIMS and hers. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of this. Nice counter trend lines. Like I said, I'm not really too much of a trend line trader, but as you can see, every time it actually seems to break that counter trend line, the market moves lower. Right now, I will tell you this. I've been waiting on the weekly time frame to see our first green candle. That is really what I'm waiting on. That doesn't necessarily mean, hey, that's it, that's the bottom of it. Not necessarily, but it's a good indication that hey, this could be the potential reversal. Now, one of the things I look at, right, is when I'm actually trading, when it comes to the technical aspect of things, so when the market moves, right, and they make these big moves, like for example, this one right here, this lower low, right, the market shoots up, right. Before this happens, I'm always looking at the opposing candle before the actual move starts, right? And so here, this would actually give me my resistance area. So when I look at this area right here, I'm like, okay, I expect somewhat of a pullback or a reaction in this area. And if we're actually going to break to higher highs, like back to the $25 area, which would be great, right? Then I expect this market to, break this area. And it didn't, right? So it actually stayed right in between here, and then the market goes and shoots that back down, right? So just look at this. This is just simple market structure, right? This is how the market moves. So the market breaks down. You have this lower low. The market's looking to make a new lower low. And it does, right? It makes this nice lower low. So after this, I'm expecting two reaction areas, right? Again, this is my first area of that I'm expecting a reaction on, and this is my second area of reaction. Now remember, the first opposing candle before the move down, right? So that puts this market right here at this area. So what happens? The market reaches this area right here, which is the first reaction area, and then shoots lower. It actually breaks this area. So now you'll be like, well, okay, great. You can obviously see, we can all see that the market is actually shooting lower. But if you continue to have that same mindset for every single move, right? Look where we're at now. The minute I see my first green candle, I'm waiting for this area, right? That area right there. And then I'm waiting for my second area, which is up here. The first opposing candle before the move down, which puts it at the area that I actually have marked, which is about $6 and between $6 and $6.80, right? So Once the market starts moving up on the weekly time frame, expect to move up to the $6 area. That's going to be, well, our first reaction is going to be on the 580, 550 area. Okay. Once you start seeing those prices, expect the market to move kind of back down again, right? As long as this support area right here, once we get our first green candle, as long as it holds, we might actually see a move to the upside. Now, this is what's great about everything, and it's the fact that when I look at all these areas, and I'm going to go ahead and take all this out, right? So when I look at all these areas, check this out. So first opposing candle, right? Actually, and you know what? Let me go ahead and put some horizontal lines just so that it can look a little bit better. Let me see real quick. Horizontal, right? So when I'm looking, and I'm gonna use the bottom portion of that candle. So all right, 616, 782, right? And even if we break that, at this point now I'm waiting for this area, right? 1155. Guys, these are targets that eventually, when this market turns, because it will turn, we have to be patient, right? This market, unfortunately, it's still downtrend. When this market actually turns, these are the areas, these are the actual strike prices that we are going to hit. We are going to hit these prices, all right? We just need to make sure that we come up with, HIMS gives us a nice support level where we can go ahead and all of a sudden start making our way up. Once we break this $6.16 area and we're up here, well, guess what? We might actually be looking into an actual uptrend, right? Because now, based off market structure, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and use this real quick, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and we're still trying to find our new lower low. All right. So what do I see? We need to break this area right here, the 743-ish. Once we break this area, we are now on our way to make new higher highs and higher lows, and eventually go up to that $25 area, which is what we all want. I mean, guys, trust me, it's going to take some time. We all know this HIMS actually moves about, I don't know, it's averaging right now, what, 10 to 30 points averaging, a day. So it's going to take some time, but hey, on last year, February 8th, this was, what's the high? 2540, which is a 52-week high, right? So, I mean, hey, it's just a matter of time, guys. If you're trading on leverage or margin, yes, if just do your due diligence. But if I were you, I would just put as little bits of money here and there to kind of help with that leverage or that margin out, so you don't get actually called out on your trade. But if not, those who are actually not trading on leverage or margin, hey, just be patient. This will come around. The entire market is not looking that great. It's just a matter of time. Okay. All right, guys. Hopefully this video actually helped some of you, if not all of you. Please leave your comments and subscribe if you can on my YouTube channel. Also, if you would like to actually, for me to actually look at any other tickers for you guys, hey, just leave it on the comments below, and I'll go ahead and I'll look at those for you. All right, guys. Have a great weekend.